first of all, you're going to be lying down on your side like this, bending the knees and hips up to give yourself a little bit of support, starting with a bit of a warm up. So you're going to have your arms straight out like this. First of all, we're going to lift that top hand up and over, reaching as far over as we can, following your thumb with your eyes the whole time, coming back to the center. We're going to repeat this 5 times to start. Now you can add a bit of breathing work to this. So on your way down, you're going to take a deep breath in, and then as you reach up and over, you're going to let that breath out slowly so that at the end, you come to the end of your breath. So deep breath in. And one more here. Okay, now we're going to get into the hip work, so I want you to straighten out both legs. Keep these arms out here so you've got a little bit of support. I want you to lift your top leg up in the air. Now what we want to be working on here is our strength here. Now if you're feeling it more down the front of the leg or down the side, you're going to want to point your toes down and bring the leg back and go from there. You should now feel it more in the glute area. We're going to try and do 20 of these. That's 5. 5 to go. 19, 20. All right, now we're not stopping there. Lifting the leg back up into that position. We're going to be making circles with our feet now. You should feel this all through the front, side, and back of the thigh. Maybe even a little bit into the calf or the feet as well. I'm going to continue this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting. Now coming up onto our elbows, there's a few progressions to this one. We're going to get into a little bit of a side plank. First of all you need to be doing is this little lift here. Now if this feels hard enough for you, you can continue here. For those that want a little bit harder, coming up into a side plank like this, and we're going to try and do 10 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and resting. Okay. Now we're going to change to bending our knees a little bit. You want your feet to be in line with your back and your shoulders, so you're in one nice straight line. I'm going to start with some clamshells. Lifting up and down here. Again, we're going to do 20 of these. Three, 2, 1. Now we're going to press it a little bit, lift the bottom feet up off the ground, and we're going again. Continuing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that right hip should be pretty tired and fatigued by now, so we're going to move over, spinning around, and we're going to work the other side. Give that right side a rest. Again, starting off with our hook openers, bending the knees and the hips, arms straight out in front, reaching up and over. And remember your breath work for this one. You want to breathe it out as you reach over and back in on the way back down. I'm going to do 2 more here. Alright, now we're coming into our strength exercises, straightening the legs out like this, lifting that back leg, top leg up in the air. Again, you want to feel it in the glutes. If you're not, try pointing your toes downwards and bringing the hip back like this. Again, we're going for 20 here, we've got 10 to go. Three, two, one. Now we're coming into our circles. Hopefully you've got room where you are. Big, nice and wide circles. Should feel this all through that leg. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And resting again, we're going to come into our side plank. So for those that found this variation hard enough, continue just up on your elbows with your hip down on the ground, lifting that leg up and down. For those that want it a little bit harder, we're going to try again for 10 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and resting. Alright, bending the knees now, going into our clamshells, feet on the ground to start, lifting that top leg up and down. 3, I'm going to go for 20. Once you get to 20, you're going to lift those bottom feet up in the air for your progression here, and we're going to go for 10. 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we should be feeling even both sides. Your hips should be feeling pretty tired now. What we're going to do is we're going to go into a bridge series. So first of all, lying down on your backs, making sure our neck is in a nice position, not back like this, nice and neutral, making sure our ribs aren't too flared, tucking them down to the ground. We're going to cool down the hips a little bit before we get started again by just letting our knees rock from side to side here like that. Alright, now we're going to go through our bridge series. These are progressively going to get harder. I want you to start with your hands down by your side, pushing through the ground with your feet and lifting the hips up in the air like so. Going to go for 5 more here. If this is feeling hard enough, you can stay here. However, for those that want a bit more of a challenge, you're going to cross your arms across your chest now and continue the bridging. Next, we're going to change our feet position slightly, slide that right foot back, left foot forward, and continue. This is going to work that right leg a little bit harder. Try for 15 here. 5 to go. Last one. Swapping those legs around to make sure we're even, and going again. 2 more. Good. Now for those that want even more of a progression here, we're going to go to some single leg bridges. I want you to straighten that leg out here and lifting up. See if we can get 10. 3. Halfway there. And changing legs, another 10. And it's 10 there. To finish off with, we've got one more bridge exercise. For this one, I want you to lift up, hold our bridge here, arms across your body again. Now we're going to do some marching while maintaining a bridge. So lifting one foot up off the ground at a time. Now the higher you do this, the harder it'll be. So find your level that's challenging enough, but you're able to do it. Keep good form, don't let your hips drop down, keep them up high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. To finish off, rock those knees side to side again. 3 each side.